I'm Ally Maz. I'm a yoga teacher, and this is how I work it. I'm gonna take you through 24 hours of my beauty and wellness routine. I've been teaching yoga for 15 years. I also teach meditation and breathwork classes. I started off as a professional dancer who got injured and was struggling with a pretty bad eating disorder and just really felt like I needed to heal. I found the practice of yoga first as a way to just connect back to my body.
Hi, Allure. It is 6 a.m. I have 1 hour before my first class starts. I'm gonna take the dog out and get my day started.
So I dry brush before I even hop in the shower. This is a dry brush. This is probably my most consistent self-care routine for the last 10 years. You pull the dry brush up the body towards the heart. So you go feet up the legs, belly up towards the heart, arms, and it moves the lymph in the body, and you feel your circulation start to kind of go. It's really, really energizing. I get in the shower and I take a hot and cold shower. So I generally do all of my hair washing, shaving, lathering, all the things with hot water, and then I go to as cold as I can for 3 minutes. I know it sounds crazy, but you shock your body into a little bit of a stress response, which builds resilience, mental clarity, focus. So I'm showing up for myself first, doing the things that make me feel really good and strong so that I can really just be in service of others through my teaching. All of their skincare happens outside of the shower. So I go vitamin C serum into hyaluronic acid, an eye cream, and then I like a really thick, heavy moisturizer. So something that has like some density into it. My skin is really dry, so that's my favorite base. After I shower, I do my makeup, which takes me about 5 minutes. So throughout the week, a lot of my yoga classes are digital, so I'm on camera. So I do put a little bit of makeup on. And I feel like when I'm on camera, I'm sweating. And so I don't like a ton of cakey makeup or even powders. I really like cream-based makeup. It's really fresh, really natural. It's not a ton of makeup, but it's just enough to feel confident on camera. So after I finish my makeup, I scrape my tongue and then I brush my teeth. And I don't know if you've ever seen a tongue scraper before, but it's essentially scraping the tongue of all of the kind of toxins and buildup and stuff that sits in your mouth overnight. Definitely when I started practicing yoga, I got introduced to Ayurveda, which is the ancient science of life. It's as old as yoga is, thousands and thousands of years. And these kriyas or rituals of essentially detoxifying the body, all of these ways to really purify the body is helpful to purify the mind and our thoughts. So I have about 30 minutes before class starts. So I am gonna go ahead and make an herbal infusion and then get my day started. So before I go to bed at night, I take a handful of specific herbs into these mason jars, pour some boiling water over them, and let them sit overnight. I'm someone who suffered with asthma my entire life. And when I started drinking Mullen infusions, I've slowly weaned myself off of the need to be taking these steroid inhalers. Obviously, check with your doctor about all of these things. So with the mullein leaf specifically and kind of the strengthening of my lungs in support of with using breathwork as well, I feel like it's supported my stamina and allowed me to come through a lot clearer without me panting through the entire class. So I try to be out the door at 6:40. Doesn't happen every single time, but I try to eat always before. So I'll make a smoothie, or I might even just have a piece of toast, just a little bit of sustenance in my belly. So then I grab my yoga mat, my water, and my laptop, and I am gone for the day. Okay, it's 7 a.m. I just got to open. I'm about to teach a really sweaty yoga class. So let's head inside and get ready. I teach at Open. We are a mindfulness studio for everyone. So we have a digital app. That's why often I'm teaching digital live stream classes or filming those classes. And then we have an in-person studio in Venice as well. I teach mainly vinyasa yoga, which is a fluid style of yoga, heat building, some challenge. I teach to music. I love curating playlists and making music for my classes. So definitely each class has an element of challenge, connection, breathwork, and meditation. So this is the teacher's lounge. Down here is set. Little space for us to chill. And then this is wardrobe where we have all of our beautiful, fuzzy, cozy, neutral pieces. I head back downstairs and put my mic on, which is a little thin Britney Spears mic. put my inner ears in. That's where I hear my music, and I also hear my voice as well. My approach to yoga is that it is for everyone and everybody. I know that I am a thin, able-bodied white woman and have been afforded a lot of privilege because of that. But I think it's so important to A, honor the deep and rich roots in which yoga comes from, and B, make sure that everybody feels welcome into these practices. So when I first started teaching, I was so planned. I would have like 17 journal pages just to teach one class. 15 years later, I do not plan my classes. I show up totally empty and just kind of see what moves through me. Okay. Sweaty class, amazing class, so much beautiful energy today. People practicing from all over the globe on our live stream. The next class starts at 8 a.m., which is a seated breathwork practice. So I basically have a little bit of tea, put a cozier sweater on, and then I go live again at 8 a.m. for active breathwork. Breathwork is any sort of manipulative pattern of the breath for a desired outcome. So the type of breathwork I teach is an active breathwork, meaning it's going to be energizing, clarifying. It's a 3-part breath, and it happens through the mouth, and it looks like this. And what that breath pattern is doing is it's actually stimulating your sympathetic nervous system. So it's stimulating your fight or flight. People often have pretty emotional responses. Sometimes you feel like you want to laugh, or you want to cry, or you want to scream. But you move all of this kind of stagnant energy out of the body. The breathwork class ends at 8:20, and then I go grab a coffee and a bite to eat and head to the beach. I come back to the production studio, and that's where I'll do my computer work for the day. Whether it's teacher training, just admin stuff, or playlist and class design, that's kind of the bulk of my day. So after I'm done all of my computer work, I will head over to our pop-up studio in Venice, where I teach an in-person breathwork and sound meditation experience. The in-person breathwork experience, I think, is something super, super unique to open. 30 people come in, you lay on a mat, you get a blanket, you put an eye mask on, and I guide you through about 30 minutes of that active breathwork pattern into playing the gong, singing bowls, and chimes. So it's a 1-hour experience total. That class ends around 7 p.m. So when I get home, I'm very spoiled. My husband is an amazing cook. So this is our dinner. We've got cauliflower, kind of buffalo style wings, little iceberg wedge. Here's our chef. After I eat, I will have a bath. I feel like water is the ultimate cleanser and releasing energy, especially when I teach the in-person class. People go through a lot. They're crying, they're talking about an experience that's heavy, and I'm just there holding space for that, but it can be a lot. So I feel like my nighttime routine and those rituals are really about kind of cutting the cords from the day so that I'm not taking on other people's energies and stories. So like getting into the bath or shower, what am I doing? Getting out of the clothes. It seems silly, but just getting out of the clothes that you were in is so important.
It's a good time to detoxify too and let go of the previous season. So I feel like this mustard bath really helps with that. I sit in here for 20 minutes, sweat it out, finish with a quick cold rinse.
This is Dr. Singh's mustard bath. It is also an Ayurvedic formula. So there's mustard in here. There's also a few other things like essential oils, wintergreen, eucalyptus, rosemary, and thyme. It's kind of a spicy bath. You put it in your bath, it looks like pee. It's yellow. It smells amazing, and it makes you sweat. So you stay in your bath for about 20 minutes, and you just let yourself pour with sweat. And to me, that's just like letting go of the day and releasing anyone's energy that I'm holding on to. So next thing I'll do is use this ear oil. It's from Banyan Botanicals. You take this, I put it in hot water in the glass jar just to heat the oil up, so that it doesn't come in cold to the ear. You take a couple drops, you drop them into your ear. I usually just sort of massage around into the ear, wait a few seconds, and I just find that there's something about this practice that's really, really relaxing. I also wear those like plastic in-ears with music blaring, and this kind of feels like I'm getting all that like technology energy out of my ears. Next up, I have this wooden hair comb. Usually at nighttime, I just do this. It feels like I'm literally loosening up how tight my skull is, especially if I'm wearing my hair up in a ponytail. The last thing I do before bed is journal. It's really helpful for me to empty my mind through journaling so that I can be more present for my sleep and then teaching my classes the next day. Okay, it's 9 p.m. I'm exhausted and I'm so ready for bed. I just finished up all of my nighttime rituals, except for one. Mouth tape. Are you ready for this? The last thing I do before I go to sleep is tape my mouth shut. So optimal daily breathing is when we are breathing through our nose with our mouth closed. When you breathe through your nose, you're accessing over 30 functions of your nose. When you mouth breathe, you are bypassing all of those functions and you're just inhaling dry, dusty, dirty air directly into your airways and your lungs, which can be really disruptive. So it's training your body to close the mouth. That way you're breathing through your nose the entire night. It's essentially like you're doing like a breathwork practice all throughout your night. Just gently pressing closed. Here I am, off to sleep. See you next time. Bye.